Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Shaman King, which is on episode 13, the 2021 Shaman King, or the remake version of it, however you want to call it. Anyways, this episode right here, it looks like to me we get a little bit information about what's going on here and there, especially with the guy named Hal and something about the patch, some guy named Patch or whatsoever that happened many centuries or years ago. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We had to it that the episode opens up where people are saying are looking back on things and knowing that Ryu, Horo along with Yo, they will never come back here since they're gonna be going to the shaman tournament whatsoever, you know. We have to Ryu remembers his times with his buddies here and there and says his goodbyes to them, you know, when they wrote him a big thank you and saying goodbye whatsoever. While Tokage along with Amidaru end up talking to each other about friendships and how they don't tend to last, so why do you have to make them in the first place, you know? And Yo, he ends up having his last talk with Manta, and then as for Horo, he is given a carving would possibly charm whatsoever given to him by his younger sister, you know, telling him, please don't forget me, okay, whatsoever. And we have to it that that one night we have to it that Yo and Anna ends up having their talk, and they decide to spend the night with each other, knowing that they will not see each other for a while or may not see each other again. I don't know, because you know that's how the Shaman tournament or Shaman King tournament is like. You're gonna have to say goodbye to your old life, and you're gonna have to do whatever you have to do to survive now, you know. We have to it that that along with Ren, Horo, along Ryunosuke, they end up reuniting and they end up having a talk with Ren. They end up getting interrupted by a guy named Hal, and he ends up showing his oversoul spirit of fire, which is very dangerous and powerful. He represented that by knocking out Horo after Hororo or Horo, however you want to call it, however you want to pronounce his name. Forgive me for saying that. After he not pushes aside Horo and then ends up effortlessly dodging Ren's attack, you know. And we have to it as the episode continues on, you know. We have to it that Hal's lackeys, especially those stupid rock-playing monks, I'm surprised they're even still alive or even around whatsoever, ends up having to talk to Yo and says, hey, let's get out of here, man. And then we had to it Hal takes his interest in Yo and tells him, hey, you make sure you survive your matches and rounds, okay? You need to be strong enough to serve the future king, which is me. I'm like, okay, this guy's not making any sense whatsoever. We had to, they end up going on a plane whatsoever, and they end up losing that plane after the announcement gives off and says you gotta reach a certain location or patch village, which would in 3 months whatsoever, you know. And we had to it that Yo along with Horo and Ryu and Ren, they end up using their oversoul as cushions in order to survive the fall after they fell out of the plane, or the plane just disappeared in the blink of an eye, you know. And we have to it that they decide to they managed to get a ride thanks to Ryunosuke's grabbing a big thumb signal, asking them for help, and then they end up getting dropped off at a certain location where they end up going to a library and talk about a patch village. After reading some information and hearing up what's up in the library, they end up being interrupted by someone named Lily or Lily or something. I think I'll call her Lily because that's an easy way to pronounce it. Lily Rara, yeah, or Lily from Seminoa. She ends up wanting to stop him right now, but unfortunately they ain't gonna stop, and she ends up having to give him visions about what happened to someone many years ago. They end up saying, look, what's your deal? What's going on? Why are you doing this? Why are you so upset here and there? Would you mind showing us what's up? And she says, this might be a little painful. You sure about that? And she decides to show him about the situation about someone who wanted to wanted to become king, you know. Whatever the case may be, this shaman fight, we, the Samono tribe, were also forced to participate. But we discovered Patch's true aspiration, you know? Having the planet ruled by only outstanding shamans, the Shaman Kingdom is to be created, you know? Unfortunately, humans will soon destroy the planet, and because of that, we must eradicate them and make the world for us alone. That guy named Patch, whatever his name is, or whoever he is, he wants to exterminate all human beings, you know, because they're going to destroy the world, and the Shaman fight or Shaman King tournament was created to get the best shamans there is in order to, like, exterminate all human beings. Even right now, like, they end up seeing the past of something about this guy named Patch, and he actually has the same spirit of fire just like Hal. They end up telling Lily, like, hey, that guy is already resurrected. He's already alive. He has that freaking spirit. His name's Hal. What the hell is he doing here? You know, that kind of thing. Eventually, things gotten a little bit more complicated after, like, Horo ends up being interrupted by a couple competitors and ends up knocking them out and saying, hey, I got a dream of my own to go after some fields, okay? Even Lily finds that amusing and laughs very greatly. And after seeing the true goal of personalities of, like, Ryu, Ren, Horo, and Yo, she decides to tell him as much as she can about the village whatsoever, you know? And next morning, they go off right now, and Lily ends up sending them off and says, I hope they could be relied on eventually, you know? And we had to it, Hal ends up interrupting her after they left and says, you've done your job, so it's time for you to disappear. And Lily realizes that the boys were saying was true, due to the fact that he holds that same spirit of fire spirit whatsoever, and pierces Lily very badly, and therefore says that the Patch tribe was never evil to begin with. I, myself, was the devil the entire time, you know? And we have to it that Hal ends up telling her that I am the future king, etc., you know? So, yeah, things are getting a little bit more complicated here on now, and ends up disintegrating, like, Lily, and says, and swore that once he becomes king, he will get his revenge on humans, you know? Which I go like, goodness gracious, you must have gone through some hellish events with humanity to a point that you may think all humans are the same, which apparently may not be a good thinking brain, but whatever the case may be, yeah. Preview next episode is called Lyserg the Avenger whatsoever, you know? So, in this episode, and sorry to make it very vague and very complicated, we get to see that the Shaman fight starts, and we get to know more information about why the Shaman fight tournament was the start of it anyway, or why it was created. Because some guy wants to, like, gather all the best shamans there is and have them or use them to kill or exterminate all of humanity because he wants revenge on them. Or, you know, humans would destroy the earth eventually, which is a nasty part of what reality is right now, that humans are destroying the earth, you know. But that aside, yeah. Pretty much this guy named Patch, or should I say, or a bad devil or seed in the Patch tribe was just born, and I guess he went through some hellish events with, like, some group of humans, and now he wants to exterminate them all because they're just going to destroy the planet, you know? So, don't know what's bound to happen next for our characters right now, but hopefully they'll grab some allies right now, because the way how Hal is, or that future king, or the guy named Patch, whatever he is, with the spirit of fire and all that, along with his lackeys, they don't really stand a chance at all. Even Ren, Yo, Ryu, even admits that to Horo, like, we don't stand a chance against him. Even if you fought him at your full strength and he didn't fight dirty, you will still get your butt handed. So, I don't know how that's going to go out, but we'll have to see how this plays out for Yo, Ren, Ryu, and Horo, you know? So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-ta-da!